to DCS ranging?
240, nominal to profile.
We're in the pipe, 5 by 5.
5 topics, 5 minutes. This is a Jimmy Bice 5 by 5. Topic 1.
Topic number 1. If you think politics in your state are strange, then obviously you're not paying any attention to South Carolina. South Carolina recently had a primary election on the Democratic side to decide who's going to run against Senator Jim DeMint. The guy who won was a fellow named Alvin Greene. Now, Alvin Greene, as it turns out, is someone that nobody in the Democratic Party apparatus has ever heard of. You have no idea who this guy is. He's unemployed. He's a former soldier who may or may not have been discharged honorably. He's actually was wanted on indecency charges, and he beat the guy who was running, who was a local politician and I think a lawyer. His name was Vic Rawl. So Alvin Greene, who nobody knew, beat Vic Rawl, who hardly anybody knew. And right now the Democratic Party is in a tizzy trying to deal with Alvin Greene. Well, folks, if you didn't want Alvin Greene, you should have run a better campaign. That's all I have to say. If an unknown can beat you, then you're pretty weak. That, folks, is topic 1.
Topic 2.
Topic 2. Recently, the president gave his first Oval Office address. Now, you might think after all the speeches he's given that he's done this before, but he really hasn't. His first Oval Office address, and he decided to spend about 20 minutes, half an hour or so, talking about the Gulf oil spill and how badly he wants to punish BP. The problem is, it was a really horrible speech. It was short on specifics. It was short on a real action plan besides, we're going to take charge of things and we're going to punish BP. But the oil is still gushing from the well, the oil's still washing up on shore, and nobody seems to be in charge. If the president cannot get in charge of this, we are talking about a potential electoral disaster in 2010 for the Democrats and 2012 for the president. He needs to get a hold of this for the people of the Gulf Coast and for his own political career. And folks, his speech didn't help him any. That is topic number 2.
Topic 3.
Topic number 3. NASA has this really cool project called Kepler. It's a spacecraft that's been looking at a patch of outer space. There are about 156,000 stars in there. And what they've been looking for is extrasolar planets, planets outside our solar system. And in the time it's been looking, it's found a little over 700 planets in this patch of sky. And it's not a huge patch, considering the whole sky, but about 156,000 stars. Now, what they have to do is they have to go through and kind of weed out how many of these are real planets and how many of them are false positives. The science behind how they find these planets is really, really, really cool. And for only 43 days it's been doing this. I shudder to think how many they're going to find once Kepler keeps looking. The science, folks, is simply amazing. If you have time, look up Kepler spacecraft and NASA. I think you're going to be really fascinated. And that is topic number 3.
I'm GoDaddy girl, Vanessa Russo. You know, some companies that claim to build websites are really just jokers. They take your bankroll and leave you with little to show for it. When I want to build a website, I go with the king. GoDaddy.com, where you can create a website for just $4.49 a month. When you're ready to build a website, head straight to GoDaddy.com.
Build your own website for only $4.49 a month at GoDaddy.com. Domains, websites, and everything in between.
Topic 4.
Topic number 4. I talked about this on my regular podcast with Delivery, but the movie Jaws this year is its 35th anniversary. And if you haven't watched it in a while, I want you to go back and watch it, especially since it's the summer season and, you know, you're going to go to the beach and splash around in the water. Go back and watch this movie kind of with fresh eyes. If you haven't seen it in a while, just kind of forget everything you think you know about the movie and just watch it anew. It is a wonderful movie. It's well plotted. The action's good. It's one of the most quotable movies I have ever seen. And I think you get a real kick out of it. It's one of my favorite scary movies. Along with Alien and Hellraiser, Those three movies will just, if you pay attention, they'll scare the tar out of you. So I highly recommend it. 35th anniversary of the movie Jaws. Go out, get it on DVD, watch it, get some popcorn, prepare to be scared. That's topic number 4.
Topic 5.
Topic number 5 is kind of a little pre-review. Excuse me. I'm a big fan of choral music, and one of my favorite composers is a guy named Eric Whitacre. He's about 40 years old, which is relatively young in the classic music world. And he writes some of the most fascinating songs that I have ever heard. And I performed in the couple choirs I've been in. I performed probably a dozen of his pieces. And they're very intricate, but very approachable, very listenable, and very full of emotion. And Eric Whitacre's had some great news recently. He's actually formed his own choir. They're called the Eric Whitacre Singers. And initially they're going to be based in England, though they're going to tour all over the place. And he's been signed by the album label Daaaaah to a multi-year contract. And his first album is coming out. It's going to be recorded with a couple different groups, including the King Singers. And his own group going to be coming out in October. If you haven't heard Eric Whitacre, look him up and take a listen to him. I recommend the song Sleep, by the way. It's called Sleep. It's a wonderful piece of choral music. I think you'll like it. That's topic 5, and I'm out of here.